be showcasing every anime move that was put for One Piece into the Blox Fruit Dragon Update to see how close to the anime it really is. Starting with the Blade Fruit. Now, this fruit was originally called Chop, belonging to Buggy the Clown. First move, Razor Cyclone. Now, in the anime, Buggy kind of lunged forward. This got a lot more spin to it, but still close. Next, Blade Dance. Now, this one's very accurate. Bro goes into pieces, and in the anime, he did this with passion. The next move is Saw Shredder. Now, he didn't do this arm spinny thing, but he still threw the fist, and considering it was a fist of blades, you know it was pretty sharp. Now, Turbine Flight is definitely not actually in the anime, but bro's a helicopter. And since I'm rating all these fruits on a scale of 10 of how close they are to One Piece, I'm gonna give this one a 7. Next up, we got Spin Fruit, and we only seen this one time in the anime. Bro is so ugly. He went spinning one time, blew all the air through the air, and that was, and he's flying. That move would be Helicopter Flight, and since there's only one move to work with, Blox Fruit didn't do too bad, adding Razor Wind, Tornado Assault, and Air Slasher. 8 out of 10. Ooh, belonging to Bellamy. And our first move is Spring Leap. Boing. Now, in the anime, bro was boinging everywhere. Bing bong, all he did. But when he really got fancy is when he used Spring Emperor. He did the super boings everywhere. And in the anime, this was identical. Bro charged it up and starts bouncing. Now, Luffy stood there like a G. Unfazed. What you gonna do? Hit me? Psych! Sit down, boy! This guy sucks! And I ain't talking about Blox Fruits. 8 out of 10. Hold on, let me leap out of here. Yeet! Because next up, we got Bomb with Mr. 5. First move, targeted bomb. Boom! And in the anime, you wouldn't guess this, but it was actually just a booger flick that he exploded in a guy's face. The only other move we got in Blox Fruits is Bomb Grab. And just like the anime, I think he used it on a girl. Mr. 5 is crazy. And with a couple other moves, like landmines, explosive jump, self-destruct, Blox Fruit made this up. I like it. 10 out of 10. But you know who else the bomb? Not my Admiral Smoker. He looked terrible. But the Smoke Fruit is pretty good. Because in the anime, when fighting Doflamingo, Smoker used moves like flying through the air. I mean, it didn't work very well, but in Blox Fruit, Smoke Bomber is the move that exists where he soars through the air. But don't worry, we have the move Smoke Blast and Smoke Liberation, which were both used in Smoker's fight against the fire. Just when he thought the fire had a chance, puffed it, turned it into a tornado. And Blox Fruits is very accurate. Now, just because when I flew, my legs didn't turn into smoke, but Smokers did in the anime, I'll give this a 9 out of 10. But we do got something sharper. The Spike Fruit, used by Miss Double Finger, with the only accurate move being Spiky Ball. This is like as close as we get, I'm not gonna lie. Because when you look at the anime, Double Finger used this against Nami, but like she's literally just like a ball of spikes. The fruit's actually very different, and she can redirect her hair in straight lines. Now, the Spike moves of Blox Fruits, I only got Spike Summon, Whirlwind, and maybe Spike Barrage. But realistically, compared to the anime, damn! Whoa, did y'all see the damn? Damn, she look, whoa. But realistically, compared to the anime, it's nowhere close. But damn, that girl, damn, I mean, whoa! A 2 out of 10. But this next one may be better. Because we got the gold Porcus the Ace and the Flame Fruit. First move, Fire Bullets. Ace put up the gun hands and blasted. Next move, Prominence Burst. Ace used this against the Blackbeard Pirates, blasted them. It was destructive. And Blackbeard got cooked. Next move, Flaming Vortex. Look at that. This is fire, because I remember the scene in the anime. They threw a house at my boy. He did the fire pillar, launched up, broke the whole house. Easy. No contest. Blackbeard shaking in his boots. And just when you thought it couldn't get more accurate, the V move. House Core spawns a giant fireball. And just like the anime, Ace did the biggest flex. Summoned the fire tsunami, made a fireball, then threw it at Blackbeard. We also got Rocket Flight, which I don't know if Ace did in the anime, but honestly, Blox Fruits, solid 10 out of 10. And comment down below which fruit you think is the most accurate in the game, because next up, whoop, we got Falcon. Now, this one pretty accurate, because we got Plumage, which gives you wings, Wind Burst, and Bone Crusher. Now, this bird guy didn't get much screen time at all. Like, the most we got was the wings, and also him soaring through the air, just like this. But in the anime, when he was flying with Vivi, he was an actual bird. We're kind of just a hybrid. But Blox Fruit did what they could. Solid 7 out of 10. And our next fruit is Aliji and his ice. First move, Ice Spears. And honestly, the anime did it just like that. Used on Whitebeard, looked good. Now, there was a scene where Doflamingo was choking out Smoker, and then everything just froze. That was none other than Absolute Zero. Look at that. freeze it all. In the anime, Aokiji followed this up by shooting an ice bird that went soaring through the air. He shot it against fire. Now, I don't know if that one was gonna work, but it's in Blox Fruits, Ice Bird. And lastly, we got the move when Aokiji was being attacked, called Ice Age, where he froze a sea beast. And get this, and the entire ocean too. Now, I don't really know if I can do that. I can freeze the water, but a sea beast, go ahead and fix that, Blox Fruits. Oh, and I need an ice bite. 7 out of 10. Freeze. Because next up is Crocodile and the sand fruit. Does this look like sand? Y'all, what the heck is first move? Desert Blade. Used against Luffy, it looked exactly like that. Except Crocodile split the Earth's core. I don't know how he did this. Next up, Tornado Flight, and a quick scene of him flying. Then, of course, Crocodile spawned the sand tornado. In the palms of his hands, bro made a hurricane. And then we got Deep Sand. Boom. For Crocodile's final trick, he grabbed a tornado, threw it down into a bomb, and somehow made sand explode. Explain it? I don't know. Accurate? 100%. 10 out of 10. Now, next is a hard one, because we got Blackbeard and his Dark Fruit. Now, we haven't seen much of Blackbeard in the anime, but we do have this move. Endless Hole spawns a black surface area, which he did right before he did my boy Whitebeard dirty. Like, it don't even look intimidating. Bro didn't even move, but I don't want to be part of this. I mean, and the only other move we got is World of Darkness. It spawns like this spirit bomb, but it doesn't really give the same effect. Because in the anime, Blackbeard did the same thing. But when he did it, he spawned it out his back, and it kind of like sucked in and shot out everything, like debris and whatnot. Bro looked like he pooped it. For that reason, 4 out of 10. Next up, we getting flashy, Encrust. And just like the anime, this is the move Jugo used against Mihawk to defend himself. Encrust with the diamond fruit. And the only other move we've ever seen him use is Shimmering Disruption. Just kind of like a flash in your face. In the anime, it was quite blinding. I don't know if it was very effective though, but bro's body is expensive. And actually, with the new rework, Diamond is way cooler at Blox Fruits than the anime, I will say. But why do I have like diamond wings on my back? And darn, I'm thick. 8 out of 10. And time to shine bright. Because next up is Admiral Kizaru and his Light Fruit. First move, we got the Light Sword. And actually, in Blox Fruit, we spawned in with it. But in the anime, bro spawned it out of midair. Next move, Divine Arrow. Now, in the anime, this is actually a light kick. This is what it used to be in Blox Fruits, but it did get changed, I will say. Next up is Hand of the Emperor. It's like a light beam that shoots an array. It's cool, but in the anime, he actually shoots out jewels of light, like a bunch of light blasts. I'd say it's not canon, but Blox Fruits has 2 versions of that move. Here's the second one. Look familiar? That's pretty accurate. But unfortunately, if we look at the anime, Kizaru uses moves like Yadamir, a light teleportation thing where he just slams you down and kicks you. On top of that, he turns into like a big ball of light that just shines bright. Unfortunately, we don't have any of that. Like, this is cool, but compared to the anime, I gotta give it a solid 7 out of 10. What do y'all give this one? It's close. But I will say, it's time to get serious. Because next up, we got our main character, Straw Hat Luffy, and Gamu Gamu no. Because first move, cannon. Hood Bazooka! In the anime, this is Luffy's famous move. Gamma Gamma no, right at Buggy face. Slap him. Double fist, boom. Next move, we got a smash. He called it Battle Axe in the anime and kick Arlong in his head. Stomped him. Then we got our iconic move, Rush, better known as Gum Gum Gatling. And we even got this one right here. It's called Slingshot. But in the anime, Luffy calls it Rocket, where he leaps with his arms, stretches himself, and flings them. But we can never forget the best part. One of the most iconic scenes ever in the anime. Gia. Secondo. And in Blox Fruits, we got Gia. What the heck? Wait, where was my fist touching the ground and my knees bending? What did I just do? What? Wait, hold on. Let me see the other moves. Cannon. He did a gum gum punch. It was very quick. Jet pistol. I mean, we have the rush where he does it very, very fast. If you look at the anime, Luffy does the same thing against Rob Lucci. Beats him down in slow-mo, and the Gatling's very accurate. But outside of this Gatling, what happened to Luffy's transformation? I'm stunned. They took it out. They took out the gear second. They took no. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I can't even. To give you reference, this is how it used to look at Blox Fruits, but now we got this. Yeah, 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10. But don't worry, we can redeem ourselves with Bartolomeo's Barrier Fruit. First move, barrier wall. In the anime, he uses this to protect himself, except his barrier was like clear and not green. And where is bro's pants? Next up, we have surprise attack and barrier prison. Both moves kind of reference this part in the anime. When Bartolomeo was ready to cook, he got the heart of Luffy in him and hit him with a pistol. Other than that, the only reference we really got is the barrier stairs, which you just gotta, Han? These stairs suck. But in the anime, it was actually very useful because he turned his barrier into stairs to help them scale a mountain. And it was almost like an infinite staircase. Fire. Now, I will say Blox Fruit added this move where he throws down barrier towers. This didn't happen in the anime. Pretty cool, but it's still pretty close. 9 out of 10. Because next up, we got the Ghost Fruit belonging to Straw Hat Brook. Yo ho ho. First move, Shivering Possession. Or it could also be Wandering Soul. That's where Brook's soul leaves his skeleton body and he just be like flying everywhere. Now, the rest of the moves don't really exist. Like Crags of the World or Ghostbuster. Brook never spawned attacking twins. But Brook has items he uses in Blox Fruits, like the Soul Guitar. And just like the anime, bro really rocked on for real. Spawned the demons of all Christmas past and just popped out a monster. There's also scenes of him using a sword, but he never did moves like Soul Beam or like super slashes. He just like kind of lunged with it, giving Brook a sad rating of 3 out of 10 accuracy. But it does get better, because next up is Magma Admiral Akainu. First move, Volcanic Assault. Now, Akainu did this in the anime when he went to go finish off Luffy once and for all, but G-Man came with a super block. Then we have Volcanic Storm, where the lava rains from the sky, and very similar to the anime. You can see Akainu's lava group up, then break into meteor pieces. We also got another variation that falls from the sky, Magma Showers, and it's very similar to our Z move. That looks like this. The Lava Blast look like Lava Blast, and also, he's a Logia. So, 9 out of 10 for Magma. And since we're at Marineford, say hello to Whitebeard and the Quake Fruit, our first legendary fruit. First move, Fatal Demolisher. Boom! And honestly, this was extremely accurate, followed by the Spatial Shockwave. That's right, we talk about the strongest pirate ever. He's breaking the Earth's core, shatters. And then we even got the special move, Seaquake. Looks similar, but in Blox Fruits, it summons some massive waves, come from all directions, and this little NPC can go for a swim. I do some more damage, Quakes, what the? Now, I feel like the destructive power is a lot higher in the anime. Like, bro, like, obliterated Marineford with the tsunami. I could even take down a cadet. Bro's a chief of what? Chief of ugly. Hey, my bad. Even with Air Crusher, it's still pretty accurate. And we even got the Bicento. So, I would say 8. But with that Bicento, let's give it a 9. And now it's time to get chunky, because we got Buddha Admiral Sengoku with the Buddha Fruit. And you already saw the transformation. In the anime, we didn't get much from Sengoku at all. But remember, he was the Fleet Admiral, the strongest admiral at that current time. He turned into a giant Buddha at Marineford, ready to take on everybody. And we only got to see him do one thing, and one thing only. He came down with the force and hit him with some sort of gold face palm. Blackbeard right in his face. Shiryu took down his whole crew. Everyone kind of insta just died, and the move was called Shockwave. And if you look at the Buddha Fruit, we have Heavenly Impact. That's the exact move, but that was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't like the impact it had in the anime. But we also have Light of Annihilation, Twilights of the God. Like we never saw him do this. And I also missing a big belly, a 6 out of 10. But you know who looked like a 10 out of 10? Boa Handcock, the greatest anime waifu in history. Oh man, look at her. And she used the Love Fruit. First move, Heart Shot. And I gotta lie, this is like the only semi-accurate move we have. She never spawned the Cupid Zone. Irresistible Attraction's okay, but in the anime, this is what she did. The old Blox Fruit used to look a lot more accurate, but she launched hers, people just fall in love, then turn to stone. We don't have this. On top of that, we have this blow a kiss heart she makes, and then she launches it off. This is the one move we have, but look, she like shoots multi-hearts and multi-arrows. Blox Fruit, she only shoots one big heart, and she definitely don't have a best friend. What the heck is even that? Love compared to the anime is a solid 5 out of 10. But she definitely a 10, yes sir. Now let's swing into a fan favorite. Doflamingo with the Spider Fruit. First move, Thermal Laceration. In the anime, he spawned flaming whips from his hands and just whipped them. It was able to cut buildings. Next move, multi-string attack. What the? In the anime, this looked a lot better when he was using it against Sanji, bro. Cut him. Then we got Spider Path for the flight. I don't know how this makes sense. I don't know how Doflamingo flies through the sky on strings. I don't know. I don't get it, but he definitely does it. Then our final move is Heavenly Punishment. This is the closest thing we got to the bird cage. In the anime, while in the bird cage, he used 16 holy bullets. Like, it was crazy. That would have hurt somebody. So we basically have everything we need except the bird cage itself. So cool, but 8 out of 10. I need me a cage, or I just need to dance. because next is the sound fruit, belonging to Shank's daughter. First move, Rhapsody notes. Now, this didn't happen in the anime, but in the movies, she was just throwing notes at people. Next, Tempo Partissimo. She kind of created notes and flew around. It didn't look exactly like Blox Fruits, but it was very similar, as you can see. Like, she's riding a note. And how old is this girl? Where does she come from? Where is Shanks to raise her? But most importantly, our last two moves are Symphonic Radiance, a disco ball spawns, followed by Glorious Harmony, which is whole like dance party explosion, which honestly is almost extremely canon. Look at this dancing. Look at this disco ball. And to top it off, look at this explosion. Like, this actually happened. So for accuracy, I don't even know how they made this, bro. 9 out of 10. This is good. But what could be better is Marco and the Phoenix. First move is Swift Flight, followed by the M1. That looks like this. In the anime, this is what Marco is famous for. Look how clean this was. I remember, if I ever wanted a devil fruit at One Piece, I chose Marco to be my devil fruit. This one was heat. Look at him. Next move is Flaming Exodus. Slam down. He used in the anime where he popped up in the air and lit everybody on fire. And to top it off, we also have the full transformation option. And the Marco the Phoenix model looks pretty accurate. 9.5 out of 10. Just 16 fruits remaining. And the next one is the Fiji Portal fruit. And I say Fiji because this fruit isn't actually in One Piece. Portal Dash never happened. Maybe we had a parallel escape kind of thing. We definitely didn't just open another dimension and go into it like we Gojo. But the Portal fruit is based off One Piece's door fruit, used by this man with the bull horns right here. Like, he's punching like he don't got a fruit ability to open up a door and warp through dimensions. You see this? That's where the Portal fruit came from. He can spawn wherever he wants and kind of go in and out. Like I said, parallel escape is our closest move, but they changed this fruit completely. And oh, y'all must have thought I forgot something. The rocket fruit. Of course I didn't forget. It just so happens that the rocket fruit is another fruit that's not really based off One Piece. This is like a custom thing Blox Fruit made with its own references. I mean, you could say it's based off something, but realistically not really. So just like Portal, Blox Fruit got creative. But I can't say the same for the next fruit because it's called Rumble and it definitely belongs to Thunder God. And now, first move, Lightning Beast. It shoots a dragon, as you can see right there. This dragon is exactly like the one in the anime. Followed by Electric Flash, the teleport, followed by Thunderstorm, where he made it rain down on a whole city. That thunder doesn't do justice to what he was doing. Bro was God himself. We got Sky Judgment, where he can shoot giant lightning beams from the sky. This got to be one of the most broken fruits of all of One Piece. He even used it on a snake, and down that snake went. Then our final move, Thunderball Destruction, which I like to call Lightning Spirit Bomb. And yeah, it was actually way bigger, but in the anime, but this would not be balanced, which is fine. I'm okay with this not being in the game. Matter of fact, don't make this fruit canon at all, please. 10 out of 10. Please don't make it canon. We don't need that. We got the Dragon Rework coming up in gas. We don't need that. But first, we got the Pain Fruit and Bartholomew Kuma. First move, Heavy Pain. He used this in the anime, and this was devastating. Bro, using this on regular people. Next is Paw Barrage, which is stated to be light speed. He's literally reflecting the air at light speed. I don't know how, man. I don't know how this is even possible. Zoro was cooking here. We got the famous Ursa Shock, known as the Pain Nuke, where he took all this compressed pain paw air. He shrunk it down into a little ball, and then he just simply let it go. I don't know why all these people stood there like their life wasn't over, but they did, and it went like this. Lastly, we got Torture from one of the most famous scenes in One Piece. This is when Kuma repelled all the pain out of Luffy. I don't know how this is even possible. Then he went ahead and told Zoro to take it all in. Gave him a little taste of it, and Zoro said, this is light. The pain. Oh, long story short, he took it off and acted like nothing happened. W-Mans. Yeah, pain, 10 out of 10. And we only got one more legendary fruit left. The Blizzard. A canon fruit that's not so very canon. The moves are Snowflake Shuriken, White Out, Howling Wind, a Tornado Flight, and Blizzard Domain. Now, I say this isn't very canon because if you look at the anime, this fruit belonged to Monet, a fairy duster feather girl who controlled snow. But none of these moves actually happened in the anime, but the fruit was in it. So I don't know. 4 out of 10 for effort, maybe? And guess what we got next? The mythical fruits, starting with Gravity Fruit and Fujitora. First move, Meteor Pitch. Fujitora actually used this against Roronoa Zoro, bringing a meteor straight from the sky. He said this is a parting gift and left. How did he do do this? That's so toxic. What? And then it was up to Zoro to save the day from a meteor. And then the rest of the moves, like gravity push, gravity obedience, meteor rain, are all pretty similar. But the only real other canon one comes with Fujitori's sword, the gravity cane. Lunar blitz, lifts her up, slams her down. Fujitora actually used this when fighting Luffy, just to hold him onto the ground. Now, you can't really do that, but I feel like we should have that option. Let me just hold somebody down on the ground and then get a full combo. That'd be great. Let me hold you down. Huh?
Oh my god.
How about that, huh? I would give the gravity fruit like a 6 or 7 compared to Fujitora, and it only gets better. Because next up, we have Captain Jack's Mammoth. And let's start off with Mammoth Transform. But it is a mammoth. Now, he didn't use moves like Ancient Cutter or Prehistoric Punt or Colossal Crusher or Stampede. But, they work with what they got. Honestly, Blox Fruits is better, bro. 9 out of 10 to the anime, but 10 out of 10 for effort. And speaking of transformation, next up, we have X-Drake in the T-Rex. First move, transform. And actually, in the anime, X-Drake gets almost like no screen time. Like, he has these clips here and there, and he's only in there in parts. But what we can see is when he fully transformed into a T-Rex right here. Only for a moment. So then how did they get the rest of these moves? Check this out. M1s. If you take a look, these are the same M1s. It's actually from a One Piece game. Hunter's Rage. Does this here look familiar? Like, I know he's using swords. Transform again, and M1s. Look at the head swing. Blox Fruits actually had nothing to base this T-Rex off of but this game itself. And look what they did. Look where it came from. Even the very end, when the T-Rex swings his head, even the tail swipe. You see this? It also came right out of this game. I think the One Piece game was official, so it was all Blox Fruit had to work with. So honestly, 10 out of 10. Am I cute? Have y'all subscribed yet? Subscribe so I can get a girlfriend. Please. Please. Next fruit is none other than the dough fruit and Katakuri. First move, missile jab. Katakuri turned his fist into mochi and just launched it off his body. Like, imagine. Then we got the scorching donut. Definitely a lot less spikier in the anime. It's more of like a donut. Like, that looked tasty, I go lie. Then we got the dough fusillade. A dough barrage. That looks like this. In the anime, Katakuri kind of just like copied Luffy's Gatling, and Luffy just kind of dodged it. Then we got the signature piercing clothesline, aka Mochi Buzz Cut. Spin into a donut, and then slam him right down with one of these from the heavens. Whack! And then after Luffy got stuck to it, he really just swung it around and give this man the full beat down. Like this looked like it was about to hurt, but look at the muscles. The muscles coming out of his donut body. How's that possible? I don't know. But to this day, Katakuri is still one of my favorite characters. No, Luffy! Luffy's still the GOAT. But this is an easy 11 out of 10. Not only did they match the moves, they also added his spiky trident in the game, as well as the scarf. They were spot on with this. And then we got the Shadow Fruit. Another fruit that's like not actually canon. We have moves like Somber Rebellion, Shag's Nest, Nightmare Leech, which is a suck move, a Bat Fly, and Corvus Torment. Now, though not accurate like at all, this fruit is based off of Gecko Moria. Look at him. He's spawning like shadow clones. I mean, there's still shadows at the end of the day, but none of the moves actually appeared in the anime. Bro, like, more so summon zombies and use things like Shadow Scissors. Completely different. Shadow, I say, is like a 1 out of 10 comparison, but we still got one of the coolest fruits in all of Blox Fruits, and it's called the Venom. First move, Poison Daggers. The move in the anime was used in the same way to launch poison bubbles at Luffy when he was stuck on a wall. Next, we got Noxus Shot, which in the anime is kind of more like a booger shot. Like, bro, spit that out. Toxic Fog, and this one looked cool. He slowly released a poisonous gas from his mouth. Like, you can't even fight this guy. There's no actual winning. All they could have did was escape Impel Down to beat Magellan. We even got Serpent's Wrath, where I get covered by poison and float around. And yes, you heard me. This fruit belongs to Prison Commander Magellan. His whole job is to just take care of a prison with the highest level soldiers. And just like this one right here, he transformed. And me, in Blox Fruits, I can transform too. Now, I become a 3-headed dragon. In the anime, he became like a skull demon. But it was similar because he still had access to all his moves, as you can see, from poison snakes that are alive to powers beyond your wildest beliefs. I mean, I wish I had those poison snakes. That would be so cool. But this fruit is pretty accurate. Venom, solid 8 out of 10. And next up is one of the more impressive fruits. We got Control by Water D Law. First move, Room. Room is such an iconic thing in One Piece. Like, although Law gets bodied day after day, like, this is fire. And you see how he's lifting the earth itself? Guess what I can do in my room in Blox Fruits? Levitate. There goes my one rock. Look at it. My one rock. Where the rework? Oh no. Oh, there wasn't a monkey in that tree. Now, Blox Fruit has other moves, like Echo Knife, where it chops him up, does a little pattern, does a flip, cuts him up. Definitely happened in the anime. But Gamma Rush, this kind of did. Not all the teleportation, but if you get hit by one of those green injection shots, it's over for you. You can see Law try to go for it against Kaido here in the anime. Went ahead, and when stabbed him in his chest, cuts through everything. Gamma Knife, that be hurting, bro. And lastly, Blox Fruit even added Law's sword, the Coco sword, giving us moves like injection shots and electric stab. All very anime accurate moves. Look at this. I even got the zebra hat, Law's hat to top it off. Control 11 out of 10. And it actually only gets better. Because next up, we got Gas, the newest fruit added to Blox Fruits by Caesar Cloud. Handcock. And our first move is Suffocating Fumes. This happened in One Piece when Caesar was fighting Luffy. He launched his fumes to literally choke this man out. But that's not all. We got Bursting Vapor. Boom! In the anime, Caesar kinda used lighters. He lit up his gas, and then it's just an explosion. How do you fight gas? Look at this. Turned it into fire. Luffy had no choice but to run. Now, the C move Smog Demons was actually made up by Blox Fruits. This was not in the anime. As you can see, the rocks, ghosts, things have faces, and then they attack. But what Blox Fruit took directly for One Piece was this transformation right here. Look at it. In the show, they were fighting Caesar. He went ahead. He transformed into whatever this big purple thing is. What is that? Is that the same? Nah, I like this better. I like this better. But check this out. The moves are a little different. Suffocating Fumes and Bursting Vapor. See that explosion? That came right from this scene when Caesar shot a beam of flashing, burning light at Luffy. And just when you thought that was all, Blox Fruit also added M1s. But Caesar never did this in the anime. Guess where he did it? In that same game they keep referencing. Look at this. Caesar got the beam. He got the transformation in the game. And you can see when Blox Fruit needs inspiration, they know where to find it. Honestly, 9 out of 10. I like this. Time to explode into a big mother who uses the spirit fruit. First move, literally spawning spirits. She can spawn a whole village depending on what this bar's on. The blue side spawns pigs and stars to help with speed and health, and the red side spawns trees and frogs to destroy enemies. In the anime, you can see Big Mom essentially created her own life village thing because she can bring everything to life because she controls souls. Like what? But here's where it gets interesting. You see these two cloud things. One's called Zeus and one's called Prometheus. They use moves like burns, freezes, and in the anime, they help Big Mom out quite a bit. Whenever she needs Zeus, Zeus is a talking cloud that lights things on fire. And then when Zeus is attacking, she's riding Prometheus using thunderbolts coming from the sky. Now, as you can see, we don't have access to this right here. This is kind of crazy. But what we do have is her sword. And when used, it looks like this. Buddy Sword Slash, as well as Lightning Wave. You can see this sword do a lot of damage in the anime. Fire, ice, and everything nice. Look at these blasts. That's devastating to get hit by. I'm not gonna lie. You even got the straight line blast right here. Went right through someone. And then to top it off, we have the move End of Times. This is kind of when she combines everything. It's the closest thing we're gonna get to lightning, even though there's no lightning. I wish we had it, but overall, 8 out of 10. Good job with mama. And with that being said, the final 3 fruits remain. Say hello to a leopard, and his name is Rob Lucci. First move, Figure Revolver. He launched a bunch of little poking blasts that he used against Luffy when he had him up against a wall. Like, would you be scared of this? I don't know. I feel like those nails kind of long, honestly. And when it did hit Luffy, it did maximum damage. Next, we have his ability to teleport. Body Flicker. As you can see, he's moving fast. After Midge Assault, it's the same thing, but with an attack. In the anime, Luffy went to attack him, and he kind of just got out of there. And last but not least, we have the Spiraling Kick. This here is kind of like the Rokushiki kick he does in the anime. The one in the show lights up blue. This one's like a gust of wind. That's all the moves. It used to be the rarest fruit in the game, but it's pretty accurate, as it should be. So, 8 out of 10. 2 fruits left. Starting with a kitty. This is the Kitsune fruit, based off Yamato, Kaido's daughter. Now, before we never really saw her in action, but One Piece has had some time to animate it. And let's start off with the Iron Mace, because this is her weapon, and she got Mace Smash and Killer Combo. This is what she looked like, jumping and lunging to swing her mace, whacking the goofy out of whoever she tried to fight. Great cutscene. For the Kitsune itself, we got a Cursed Enchantment, Tales of Burning Agony, and Foxfire Disruption. In the anime, she used some sort of attacks that were very similar similar against Kaido. But honestly, when she fights, she's mainly swinging her mace. Like, I don't know what kind of power she fused into this mace, but this ain't a Blox Fruit. I was trying to get like this. Did she just become a serpent? She got mace blast, mace attacks, and even when she goes in her hybrid form, she can do a lot of kitty damage. Now in Blox Fruit, we also have the M1s, which are the Kitsune slashes. We have the Wild Assault, and we also have the full Kitsune transformation. Now we only really got a glimpse of the full transformation in the anime just for like a very, very split moment. Look, you see the Kitsune run by? Look at that. Very similar to Blox Fruits, but that dog is white and I'm just fully blue. It's different, but you can see the similarities. If I had to compare them exactly, it'd have to be like a 6 out of 10. But the Kitsune is still one of the most expensive and most wanted fruits in all of Blox Fruits. Still a very good fruit. And honestly, there's only one fruit in the game that's better than it. And I mean one. Yes, sir! Say hello to Kaido and the dragon fruit. And we starting off with the transformation. Oh yeah. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Say hello to the Blox Fruit Dragon. And in the anime, when Kaido transformed, bro powered up like a Super Saiyan. His muscles started flexing. He turned blue. Oh, that looks so cool. His eyes glistened. His unibrow formed. And then his whole body extended into a blue dragon. Well, pay attention to the details. Bro got arms. Look at his torso. Where did his pants go? What the heck? Look at this. And if you look at the Blox Fruit model, like we got the arms. You see the arms right there? We got the long torso. We got the tail. Like, this is right on the money, I will say. First move, Heat Wave Cannon. Charge up a blast, and then you launch it. In the anime, he did it point blank in somebody's face. The ultimate blast of justice. We got the alternate version with the M1, and if you hold M1, it just shoots out fire just like this. Just like this. In the anime, he did something very similar to Odin. Poor guy. Luckily, he had his boy with him, pulled out a Naruto ninja scroll, and caught the fire. How? I don't know, but he did it. Then we have Scorching Downfall. As you can see, blast that he goes in a circle, keeps blowing up. And if you look at the anime, instead of launching one blast, Kaido made it rain like meteors, just like they're launching fireballs absolutely everywhere, making this devastating beyond belief. And then all that was left was for the furries to fight back. Yes, so shout out Odin though, that's my boy. And we also got a dragon sword that wraps the player around and then slams him down. I don't know, we don't got everything Kaido got, but what we do have in Blox Fruit itself, we actually have access to a whole nother dragon that One Piece don't even have. Check this out. And it even got armor. Now, the Heat Wave Cannon looks very similar to Kaido. Our next move is Inferno Pincer. Kind of similar to this move right here, right? Then we got Scorching Downfall. I don't know where the Blox Fruit devs and anybody in the world got this from. And then a Dragon Sword and a Slam to finish it off. Did Blox Fruit make a better dragon than One Piece? I want you to be the judge. Comment down low. And also let me know, what do you think should be the next One Piece fruit out of the Blox Fruit? Until next time, I'm Fiji, and later days.